Greetings, YouTube. I was so excited about the month of August in Marvel Contest of Champions because, and I think this has actually been true, I can't remember a month that has both new champions as hyped up as the new two champions are right now. Sunspot looks fantastic, and also the animations are incredible. And I've had people tell me, for a variety of reasons, that Warlock might be their favorite looking character ever. And if you look at the champion's abilities, there's a chance he might automatically rocket up to the top of some people's rankings list as, top 10 champ. You never know until you get the champ out of the box, but there is that potential, and Sunspot already looks amazing. Kind of reminds me of how great and how hyped and how some of the amazing damage was when Havoc came into the game. And I still love me some Havoc, particularly that Special 3. So that's the good. But there's just been some really weird things to happen. I think that Marvel Contest of Champions might as well be an insect company because every month it produces unexpected bugs. And we know that they're going to be there. They're going to be there for Alliance War, and they're going to be there probably for some Alliance Quest stuff and questing in general. And because a lot of these bugs are anti-player that make it harder for you to win matchups, they're going to be around for a while because Kabam likes to ignore them if they're not hurting their bottom line, and most bugs actually help their bottom line. But there have been a couple of really bad stains on this month's excitement for several players. And if you're watching this and you're affected by this, just know you are not alone. Because we have two different pools of players that got absolutely screwed over for this month's calendar. We had some people who this Sinister Labs calendar did not appear until day 2 of them logging in. Now, Kabam has said that they're going to extend the time of the calendar an extra day for everybody, which shouldn't affect people like myself who got it right away, but that should give everybody who missed day 1 hopefully a chance to make up for day 28. But that doesn't completely solve the problem for everyone. You see, I've heard from a handful of people, and I don't know out of the 15% of people affected by this, or 20, I don't know what exact percentage this is, how many people are like this, but there are some people out there, and again, if you're like this, just know it's not just you, who missed both days, this calendar, to no fault of their own, because they played and they logged in and they downloaded the new patch every day, didn't appear until day 3, and so they missed the first 2 days of the calendar, and if it's extended one day, they still only get 250 of the 500 possible 5-star shards at the end of the month, since they'll get probably day 27 but not day 28. So that is really unfortunate. And Kabam needs to look into that, even though they might just say, oh, we'll just meet him halfway and only do one day. But besides that, at the time of recording this, and we are under an hour away, even though I'm probably going to post this after the noon hour has hit, several people either found out this bug the hard way, or thankfully they saw my video, or they saw the MCOC Infobots announcement on this in the Line app, or maybe the forums, Reddit, etc. But when you talk about one of the weirdest special quest event bugs ever, I burned a attempt, quote unquote, in my video. Didn't actually do any path, because remember, if there is a dotted line, that means you have not cleared it yet, or at least the game doesn't think you have. But if there's a solid line, the game is registering that you have already attempted, or completed, I should say, the path of each quest. And so somehow in one path, I was able to complete 8 quests. One attempt, 8 quests. Literally impossible. And that is a joke, of course, because it didn't happen. I had no attempts, and the medium, hard, master, and epic difficulties of these just never reset. And I've heard from some people that they are so close to forming a 5-star crystal that they were really counting on the master and epic rewards being what got them to open that 5-star. Now, they'll probably just have to wait a day, but it's still frustrating, especially when you take into account that if you were like me and you just blaze through most of those milestones of this month's event, you have a ton of these randomizers in overflow, and the randomizers expire in about 4 days, and I always like to burn through them if I can, just to use them and to relax, and I missed a day worth of getting able to spend a ton of these. by simply not having the chance to clear any new path of content. So, is it a month that brings us two of the most OP champions in a year that, to Kabam's credit, has brought an amazing amount of fantastic, fun champions other than the drinks himself to death Diablo and Ebony Coldslaw / Ebony Flaw? Yes, absolutely. And even if you hate Kabam with passion and never want to support the company for a variety of reasons, I think you have to admit they create beautiful looking animated champions. Just the kind of champions that are seamless, that if you had seen this in a console game in previous years, even like on an Xbox or a PlayStation, for example, and yes, I know those are older systems, you would have been impressed, you know? And now it's on a mobile phone. It's something you walk around with in your pocket. The likes that back in the day, you could only carry a big, hefty Game Boy, and when Game Boy Color came out, it wasn't a bunch of high-definition colors. It was like literally a color on the screen. It was my generation's equivalent of going from black and white to color TV. So it is with that I'm just going to say it, and the title is going to be something like this. This month has started off rough for Kabam. But at the same time, maybe there's time to turn it around. Certainly the hype of the new champions has been good. I will say it's also strange for this month's special event quest to just objectively have the master rewards be a lot better for your time than the epic. Yes, the epic rewards themselves in terms of tier 5 basic and 6-star shards are nice, but the amounts are just so little that for your time and effort, master just seems better. And that is strange. At least, though, they don't have what they had last month, which is a insane amount of energy cost need. And when you factor in the trial period of having 5 minutes per energy instead of 6, that really helps, especially when we still have the peak milestones that have hung around. So, what do you think about the month so far, YouTube? Are you like me? You feel like it's a mixed bag, but definitely some missed opportunities so far? Do you think it's been pretty frustrating, or do you think it's been great? I don't know. I'm not telling you what to think. I'm just telling you I'd love to hear from you. So, thanks for watching. Have a great Saturday, and good luck in all of your questing. Hopefully, by the time I post this and you watch this, the special event quest will have reset, and we can actually do our first real run for those of you affected like me by the bug in about 48 hours.